The evening is approaching and a few students are studying in the classroom. Suddenly there's a sound at the door. A new student, Emma, enters. The professor, smiling, asks, "New student, what's your name?" Emma responds, "Yes sir, my name is Emma." She sits down and gradually she becomes friends with everyone in the class. Everyone notices how excellent she is in studies, but no one knows anything special about her. Emma's friends notice that she never goes to her home. During vacations she stays at any friend's house, but she never talks about her own house. One day, when her friends ask, she avoids the question by laughing. Graduation is over and everyone is preparing for a new life. But where is Emma? Her phone is off, and she's missing from social media. Her best friend Jake starts searching for her. One day he finds an old notebook with a map drawn by Emma, marking her house in a small town. Jake, along with a few friends, travels to the small town. At the edge of the town, they find an old abandoned house. However, the locals warn them not to go there. An old local says, "Don't go there, no one has lived in that house for years. It's dangerous." Despite the warnings, Jake and his friends break into the house with the help of the police. Inside, they find dust-covered walls and torn photographs of Emma and her parents. Suddenly, they discover several dried-up bodies in one of the rooms. They call the police. After the police investigation, they discover that Emma's entire family was murdered years ago. The house had been abandoned ever since. But Emma? She had only been attending university a few months ago. Just then, one of the friends notices something through the window, the shadow of a figure moving quickly. As the evening falls, Jake starts feeling like someone or something is watching them from behind. Suddenly, they hear a whisper with the wind. "Emma, why did you come, Jake? Leave now." They all run in panic. Looking behind, they see Emma's blood-stained face, her eyes pitch black and a strange smile on her lips. One of Jake's friends, Sarah, who hadn't been taken seriously before, suddenly speaks up. "Sarah, what we're seeing may not be real. I've researched this house and Emma's family." Everyone looks at her in shock. Sarah reveals that years ago, a curse from a local shaman led to the death of Emma's entire family. But something still remains. Emma's shadow, which is not her soul, but rather a terrifying demon. Sarah explains that the shadow is not the real Emma, but an illusion of her form. To defeat it, they must see its true form. Sarah takes out an ancient manuscript which reads, "If light is cast upon the shadow's face, it will be destroyed." Jake asks, "So, what do we need to do?" Sarah responds, "We have to trap the shadow in front of a mirror." They take a large mirror to one of the rooms in the house, trapping Emma's shadow inside. At first, the shadow seems confused, but then it screams in an ear-piercing shriek. The shadow begins to move toward the mirror like mist. At the last moment, Jake shatters the mirror. The shadow screeches and vanishes, and with it, the house starts to collapse. Though the friends survive, Jake still feels a sense of doubt. He realizes that this story is not truly over. Several months later, Jake sits in his room looking at old photographs. Suddenly, the air in the room stills and the curtains fly up unnaturally. He turns around and sees Emma's shadow among the broken pieces of the mirror. Emma's voice echoes, "I never truly disappeared, Jake. I'm inside your shadow. Forever." The lights go out, and Jake's scream fades into the air. The screen fades to black. The last words are heard. The story is not truly over. After everything seemed to calm down, Jake and his friends start to move on with their lives. They return to their normal routines, and Jake eventually feels that everything is back to normal. The terror is over, or so it seems. One evening, Jake walks out into the fresh air, the sun setting. The shadows stretch long as he takes a deep breath, feeling at peace for the first time. But as he walks, a chilling breeze blows, and he senses something strange in the air. He looks around. In the far distance, the sun reflects off the surface of a nearby lake, casting a strange shadow. He feels his heart race as he slowly turns his head to look behind him. Suddenly, in the distance, he sees the faintest outline of a figure emerging from the shadows, just like the shadow that once haunted him. Jake stands frozen in place, unable to move. The narrator's voice softly concludes, "The darkness has been defeated. but its remnants remain. The shadow is always with us.